A first down carry for Henry. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
It's a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Tannehill finding Davis for a Titan first down.
A gain of 50.
Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Uncorks one for Davis. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd level. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
10 yards.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends.
The 45-yard line.
They'll run with Taylor. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now a play fake. Kaepernick. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Taylor. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
3rd and 11.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw, it's Kaepernick. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
This one out quickly to Westbrook. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Second and 10. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Buying time to his left. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. 1st and goal from the 6. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal. At the Titans' 7.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Tannehill, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 33. A gain there of 21 yards. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Tannehill. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off down near the 5. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll fire one deep for Westbrook. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. Here's Kaepernick. He completes it to Westbrook. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Hey, 91.
Looking to run with Mack. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on fourth and goal. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Julian Blackmon. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Corey Willis. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial.
Ball carrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. The open man is Westbrook. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come.
Touchdown, Indianapolis! Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Their own 18-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
And he is not going to get the 1st down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Brett Kern now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. Now Kaepernick sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick. And he connects with Ebron. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts 1st down.
At the 45-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 6.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. He completes this one to Mack. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
7-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Mack. Down right around the 25.
Marlon Mack, the ball.
The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And 9.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. To throw is Kaepernick. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Blankenship on for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Indianapolis.
17.
It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Man open left side is Brown. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
First down, Tennessee.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Smith catches left side. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
On 1st down, Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
16-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. To the air again, Tannehill. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts add on to their lead.
Well, we're used to seeing big plays from him in the passing game. That'll obviously go as a rushing touchdown, and what a rushing touchdown it was.
And you got to think to yourself that this coaching staff has looked at his playmaking ability and said to themselves, why are we just going to throw it to him? Let's double his touches and make him a big part of the run game. That big playability that was at the forefront on that one.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's a pickup of 3.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
At the 28-yard line.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Out. It's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Tannehill. And my goodness, another interception picked by the rookie Julian Blackmon. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Titans. The 20. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it. and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
6-yard line.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
They'll run. It's Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Touchdown.
Derrick Henry with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Again, it's Taylor. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. The Colts on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Eric Ebron. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And this carries into the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Colts pick it up. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly, as that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And now it's second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Back to Brown, this time complete. 27 yards there, a first down. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Brings up third down and 7.
And the ball game should end here on the kneel down by Kaepernick. So this offense, which was humming all game, ends on a negative play. We didn't see many of those as he takes the knee, but what an explosion and a good win.
Can we call it a negative positive play?
There you go.
An oxymoron to end the ball game.
And they can watch the clock go down and celebrate the victory. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every
that much easier.